Hello friends, today I'm going to discuss with you a problem of Codeforces. The problem name is ABBB. So in this problem we have a string and we can remove a substring out of that string and concatenate the rest to half of the string. The string which we can remove out of our string are AB and BB. So let's say we have some string, then we can able to remove a string of AB, or we can remove a string of BB, and we will concatenate the rest of the string after removing those. Okay, so what we have to do in this problem is we have to perform this operation of removing a substring of size AA and BB as many times as we can, and after that we have to report the length of the string which would left after performing this operation. It would be empty also. Okay, we have to report the length which has to be minimum. Okay, so let's say at first we will look at a case. Let's say we have this case, and in this particular case, in the starting, either we can remove this particular substring or we can remove this particular substring which is of BB. Okay, if we remove a substring of AB, then we would left with this, and if we remove a substring of BB, then the remaining substring would be this. And in this particular substring we can perform that particular operation, and the remaining string would be empty of size 0, and we would not be able to apply the operation that were described in the problem. So the string which would left is of length 2, and this would be our optimal approach for this particular string. Okay, so we have to find an approach with which we would get the shortest string. So before discussing an approach, let's consider a random string. Okay, so let's say we have this string. So the one thing which we can able to say from this particular string is that the a's which are at the end are the ones on which we definitely won't be able to apply any operation, because we know that we were able to apply an operation on a substring having either BB or AB. So these were the A's which are at last. So we were pretty sure that we won't be able to apply any of these operation on these A's. So I have directly included those to my final string. I have added all these and removed, I would say removed from the string. I have removed from this string. Now I have left with a string which have B on its end. Okay, so I would say after counting all the A's at the end, I would left with a string which is having A, then having certain number of B's, again a certain number of B's, again a certain number of B's, and can have certain number of B's at the starting too. So what would be my approach is I'll start from the back. If I have B's greater than 0 here, then what would I do? I'll take one B out of these B's and remove that particular AB section. And I'll use that one B and remove this AB substring out of this. And then let's say I have X B's here and Y B's here. Then I'll use 1B out of X B's, so I would left with X minus 1 B's, and here I have Y B's. Then after that what I'm gonna do, I'm going to add all these B's, and the number of B's were remaining this much. Okay, similarly at this moment I'll try to I'm going to remove this particular A using one of the B's out of these B's, these number of B's, and I'll proceed similarly. And let's say at some instant I don't have B's. Let's say I don't have I don't have any number of B's here. So this particular A is definitely going to get included in my final string. which is going to be the shortest string on which I'm not able to apply the operation. So this particular A is the A which I'm going to include on the A which I have at the end of the string. Okay, because on this particular A now I'm not able to apply operation, so I'll just go there. So the way which I and okay, we have to consider a case, let's say, and now we will take that case which we have discussed earlier, in which we have A, B, B and B. So in this particular scenario we have one here and we have two B's here. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna use one B out of here and I'm going to remove this section, and the number of B's with which I left is 2, from 1 from here, and the 1 B we have right here. So number of B's now we have 2. So if we have even number of B's, then we know that the B's would able to destroy themselves. Okay, if we have even number of B's, then they would be able to destroy itself and result in 0. But if we have odd number of B's, then we would definitely going to left with a single B, which we have to include in our answer. So now I'll take you through my code. So basically what I'm doing, I have taken the string, and then what I'm doing, I'm taking the length of the string. Here what I have st and e is basically currently my end pointer on the end of the string, and st is the starting pointer, and this is my answer. Okay, so what I'm doing in the starting, what I'm doing, basically I'll explain through the graphics. We have certain number of B's, let's say we have certain number of B's in the starting. So I'm counting the number of B's which I have in the starting, and I'm putting my pointer at the A. Okay, and if that so this particular condition is, if we just have B's in our uh, string, then if that number is even, then we would print 0, and if it is odd, then we were printing 1. And here this particular while loop is counting the number of A's in the end, which I have discussed earlier. Okay, and here this vector space is nothing but counting the number of consecutive B's we have. So let's say we have 3 B's right here, we have 2 B's right here, we have 4 B's right here, and similarly and so on and so forth. It's counting nothing but the number of consecutive B's we have. And then here I'm doing the stuff that I've discussed earlier, the counting the consecutive number of B's. Here I've included here, so this I've initialized my answer. Here I've already considered all the A's who were at the end of the string, and this particular for loop I'm doing the stuff that I've discussed, that we have certain number of B's and we are trying to remove that particular A, and we will decrease the count of B and just add those with the upcoming B's. And if at any point we have 0 number of B's, we would add this particular A to our answer and just go to our left side. So that's how I'm doing this. I'll post the link to the code in the description.